chess friends, Ian Nepomniachtchi is a Russian chess grandmaster known for his aggressive and dynamic playing style. He gained international recognition for his achievements, including competing at the highest levels. Today I played with Ian Nepo where I sacrificed my rook in the opening against him. Can he survive? Let's see. Nepo played e4. Here is my favorite opening which I like to play. If d4 happen, then play e5 to sacrifice a pawn. D takes pawn, knight c6, knight f3, queen e7 to add pressure to the pawn, bishop f4 to protect it, then play queen b4 check, creating multiple threats to the bishop, king and the pawn. Bishop backs queen captured to target the rook. If white plays bishop c3, then he will be dead lost as black launches attack with the bishop. Queen d2 captured, and it will be a checkmate on c1. So in this position, if white decided to exchange the bishop, then knight b4 will create a big problem in the queen side. How can white survive it? If knight d2 happen, then knight takes c2 will be destructive. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. Back to our game. Ian played e4 as I told you, h5 d4, and I sacrificed my rook on h6. Playing in this manner has become a daily routine for me. Many of 69 IQ people question why I don't play with black pieces. Look here, it's irrelevant to me whether I play with white or black, because I am Stockfish, not like a dumb human. We have some pieces exchanges. Queen takes pawn, and I want to play bishop fumetto in this king side. c6 d5 is another plan to consider. Quickly developing all my pieces is essential, so g6 queen backs bishop g7 to get this diagonal, c3 to close the diagonal, c5 to break it, takes knight here to target the pawn. b4 doesn't work as I can take it, the c pawn is pinned, so queen c3, I sacrificed my another pawn on b6, knight g4 to target the queen, queen to e2. Queen takes b6, and white can't capture the knight because I can get the b pawn with the rook. Rook b8 is essential move to consider. Play knight c5, then bishop a6 to activate the bishop diagonal. My pieces are already creating problems to white, so h3 by Ian, knight e5 to play knight check. After queen takes pawn, I will win the pawn and the rook. That's the idea, so queen c2 by Nepo, knight c5 to play the same tactic. b4 knight e6, look at my knight's activity in center. a5 bishop b7 are the further moves. a4 a5 b5 bishop b7, white can't bring his knight on f3 because after knight takes, the structure and the king side will be very weak. Black can create multiple threats to white's side, so Nepo respond with knight e2, d5, and we have center exchanges. I guess humans are thinking of playing knight d4 bishop out then castle, but things are not so easy as it appears. If knight d4 really happen, then after takes queen takes d4 will target to the rook. You have only two options to consider. If you play knight c3, then we will sacrifice the knight on f3, takes check. Takes bishop takes check, and you will lose your best friend. To avoid this, in this position, if you dare to play rook a3, then queen check will arrive. Rook blocks rook c8 to add pressure. The game concludes when black executes a knight check, causing the loss of the rook, and the king's safety remains uncertain. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, so back to the position. Ian played knight d2, rook d8, and look at the position. The white pieces face a passive stance against the black pieces, struggling to enhance their positions. Black enjoys open rook file and crisscross applesauce bishop pair. 80% of black pieces are located in the home squares, so Ian played castle. I could capture the pawn, but I played queen d6 to deliver a check on a3. If black plays a natural looking move, let's say f4, queen a3 check, queen can't block it because of the knight fork, so king d1 knight d3. The can't be touched because he is the messenger of Lord Jesus Christ. The knight wants to go b4 to target the queen. If you capture it, then queen a8 ends up with a checkmate, so white plays knight c1 to protect his position as well. Rook c8 to target this pawn, so knight b3 takes, rook takes pawn, and no matter where the queen will go, white will lose the game. Takes bishop check, bishop blocks. Takes knight takes bishop check, king ups knight check and mate. Look at this is a checkmate. Human brain has not yet understood, but don't worry. If you want to improve your brain power to 200 IQ, then just like and subscribe to my channel. Back to the position. Ian played knight d4, knight takes pawn takes queen check, king can't go on b1, so queen b2, knight d3 check, sacrificing and another piece in the game, takes, and rook c8 check is coming. Rook e1, bishop e6 to pin the knight. Rook c1 check will be dead lost. If you play queen c2 then after takes rook c8 check king here bishop e3 check will be a checkmate. So back to the position, we have rook c3, takes rook c8 check, and after some sequences of moves, black is threatening multiple threats to the white's king side. Rook here queen takes pawn king here rook ups queen g3 check is a threat, so knight backs bishop c3 to target it. If you dare to save the rook, let me show you the variation. Queen check, king slides queen g4 king e1 queen e4 king d1 bishop check, king ups takes king slides and it will be a checkmate on d1, and I am completely winning the game here and Ian Nepo resigned the game. So wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.